Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hi everyone. Hello everyone. I want to talk about this particular book, and the title, as you can see, What Darwin Got Wrong. And I will read from the page it has new Roman numerals XV, and it's terms of engagement, and I will read out what the authors are, how the authors are introducing themselves in this book in regarding to what Darwin got wrong. And that's Jerry Fodder and Massimo Piatelli Palmarini. I hope I pronounced the names correct. If I haven't, I do apologize. And so carrying on. This is not a book about God, nor about intelligent design, nor about creationism. Neither of us is into any of those. And I think that's referring to Jerry Fodder and Massimo Piatelli Palmarini. Neither of us is into any of those. We thought we'd best make that clear from the outset, because our main contention in what follows will be that there is something wrong, quite possibly fatally wrong. Quite possibly fatally wrong. Now that's big, that's huge. Carrying on with the theory of natural selection. I would like to read that again. Quite possibly fatally wrong with the theory of natural selection. And we are aware that even among those who are not quite sure what it is, allegiance to Darwinism has become a litmus for deciding who does and who does not hold a properly scientific worldview. You must choose between faith in God and faith in Darwin, and if you want to be a secular humanist, you'd better choose the latter, so we're told. We doubt that those options are exhaustive, but we do want ever so much to be secular humanists. And again, they're referring to themselves, Jerry Fodder and Massimo Piatelli. Carrying on. Where was I? Ever so much to be secular humanist. We doubt that those options are exhaustive, but we do want ever so much to be secular humanist. In fact, we both claim to be outright card-carrying, signed up, dyed in the wool, no holds barred atheists. So, now this is important to understand. Jerry Fodder and Massimo Piatelli in this book are telling the reader, in this case me, myself, I am reading the book, that they are atheists. Carrying on, we therefore seek thoroughly naturalistic explanations of the facts of evolution, although we expect that they will turn out to be quite complex, as scientific explanations often are. It is our assumption that evolution is a mechanical process through and through. We take that to rule out not just divine causes, but final causes. Ilan Vital, Entellices, the intervention of extraterrestrial aliens, and so forth. This is generally in the spirit of Darwin's approach to the problem of evolution. We are glad to be, to that extent, at least on Darwin's side. Still, this book is mostly a work of criticism. It is mostly about what we think is wrong with Darwinism. Near the end, we'll make some gestures towards where we believe a viable alternative might lie, but they will be pretty vague. In fact, we don't know very well how evolution works, nor did Darwin. And nor, as far as we can tell, does anybody else. Further research is required. As the saying goes, it may well be that centuries of further research are required. Now, at this moment, I would like to mention Subur Ahmed, and his YouTube channel is called Darwinian Delusions. And he does say that the Darwinian theory of evolution is based on assumptions within a probabilistic framework. Now, carrying back, reading what Darwin got wrong, yes, so as the saying goes, it may well be that centuries of further research are required. You might reasonably wonder whether writing a critique of the classical Darwinist program is worth the effort at this late date. Good friends in wet biology tell us that none of them is that kind of Darwinist anymore. No one in structural biology is a bona fide adaptationist. Some of the reasons why they aren't will be reviewed in part 1. We are pleased to hear of these realignments, but we doubt that they are typical of biology at large. Consider, for example, ongoing research on mathematical models of optimal natural selection. They certainly are not typical of informed opinion in fields that either of us has worked in, including the philosophy of mind, natural language semantics, the theory of syntax, judgment and decision making, pragmatics and psycholinguistics. In all of those, NeoDarwinism is taken as axiomatic. It goes literally unquestioned. A view that looks to contradict it, either directly or by implication, is ipso facto rejected. However plausible it may otherwise seem, entire departments, journals, and research centers now work on this principle. In consequence, social Darwinism thrives, as do epistemological Darwinism, psychological Darwinism, evolutionary ethics, and even, heaven help us, evolutionary aesthetics. If you seek their monuments, look in the science section of your daily paper. We have both spent effort and ink rebutting some of the most egregious of those Darwinist spin-offs. But we think that what is needed is to cut the tree at its roots, to show that Darwin's theory of natural selection is fatally flawed. Now, I would like to read that again. Yes, so to show that Darwin's theory of natural selection is fatally flawed. Wow, that is huge. Darwin's theory of natural selection is fatally flawed. Let's read on. That's what this book is about. That's what this book is about. Darwin's theory of natural selection is fatally flawed. And the title of the book, as you can see, What Darwin Got Wrong. In the course of it, I'm reading it from after, that's what this book is about. In the course of it, we propose to indulge a penchant for digressions. The critique of Darwinism that we will offer raises side issues that we just can't bear not to discuss. So we've allowed ourselves various asides we think are interesting. Our excuse is that a lot of issues that at first appear to be orthogonal to our concerns turn out on closer consideration not to be. We are occasionally asked whether we can really believe that we have found